guys, welcome back to the channel, CTB, Cam Talks Boxing. Let's get straight into it. You saw in the thumbnail, does AJ, Anthony Joshua, have a padded record? So the reason I'm doing this video is because I see this a lot, and I put a tweet out a couple of days, it might have been yesterday, and I was just having a little back and forth with someone, just a bit of banter about the record, and he disagreed with my view about AJ's record. I'll just go straight into it, alright? For me, I feel like AJ fights the best, and I feel like he has the best record out of all the top heavyweights. He has the best resume, and the reason I say that is because not only has he had the least amount of fights in terms of experience, he's been in the game for a lot less time than the likes of Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. And he kind of, what was it? It was his 16th fight, I think. He had a world title fight. Okay, so be it. It was Charles Martin, and you can say what you want. It was they gifted the title to him, whatever. But still, like, you just have to look at the facts. Like, Joshua has a great resume, and I'm actually quite passionate about that. I will make some key points about who has better noticeable wins and who has the better top wins out of perhaps Wilder and Fury, etc. But you have to give AJ some credit. Let's go through AJ's top 5 wins, right? We'll say Klitschko. We'll say Joseph Parker to unify. We'll say Dillian Whyte, because Dillian Whyte was quite young and undefeated at the time. We'll say Alexander Povetkin, so it was a little bit older, but still very dangerous. You saw that against Dillian Whyte, Povetkin was still very dangerous, and around that time Povetkin gave Michael Hunter a great fight as well as obviously knocking out David Price. You've got I think the Ruiz win was impressive because everyone was counting him out, and that's just top 5 wins. He's fought other people as well, like Carlos Takam when he was dangerous and undefeated. He fought Molina at the start. Okay, not the best of names, but even like now, okay, I know he's lost, but just in terms of his resume, he's fighting arguably the pound for pound best fighter in the world, back to back. So I think what I understand about AJ's resume is a lot of people think it's padded because he's fought these fighters who are kind of perhaps old, or they're just a good name, but they're not really dangerous for him, which kind of speaks volumes about AJ himself, because then obviously they must rate AJ highly. That's the thing with AJ, he gets a lot of stick as well. Even the Pulev win, like Pulev, okay, he was a little bit old when he fought him, but still, he's still a dangerous fighter. It's like, what more do you want? He's fighting top 10 fighters. He's not fighting, but don't forget, I'm a big Tyson Fury fan, but he's not fighting Wallins, Pianettas. Okay, I know Tyson Fury was on his comeback, but okay, Tom Schwartz, or he's not fighting Otto Wallin or Tom Schwartz, right? And because Fury had those fights after the Wilder rematch, Joshua would never get away with any light touches like that. So yeah, I think he's been promoted brilliantly, of course, but I just don't think they're washed up fighters. I think where people might disagree with me and don't rate AJ's record is because he hasn't fought the top 2, which is obviously Fury and more noticeably Deontay Wilder, when really it should have happened between 2016 to 2019, in those 3-4 years. There's no reason why it couldn't have happened, like, honestly. And I know we will never really know the facts. Was it Wilder who was ducking? Was it Joshua who never really wanted the fight? But yeah, I think that's one thing. So let's compare to Fury's resume, for example. Fury, okay, he's got Fury's top wins, his top fights and top wins on his resume. So Wilder 3 times, Klitschko undefeated in 10 years. He's fought Chisora twice, Dillian Whyte. So there's some of his top wins. Fury obviously did try to fight David Haye, but that obviously got cancelled, didn't it? But that's the thing with Furies. You can look at the top wins and say, wow, like the timing, and they were better wins. And I do think that. I think Fury has the better and noticeable, more noticeable wins, because you look at the Klitschko fight. Fury was a huge underdog, and he fought Klitschko when he was undefeated for 10 years. He fought Dillian Whyte. He's at a good time. He came off the loss, bounced back from the loss against Povetkin, and he was still top 5, top 6, one of the dangerous heavyweights in the world. A lot of people actually giving Whyte potentially a shot. He fought Wilder when no one else wanted to fight him, when AJ probably should have fought Wilder, and he fought him 3 times. Chisora, he fought him when he was undefeated, and he fought Chisora in his prime twice. So I mean, you got to look at his top wins, but overall, that's the thing. That's why, and I'll probably do another video on this, but that's why I want Fury to stop messing about and add some more wins to his resume. Joyce, Usyk, Joshua. He needs to fight some more fighters if he wants to really get into the history books, alongside the top heavyweights like Tyson, Holyfield, Ali, Lewis, Holmes, etc. So yeah, but overall, I think let's give AJ some credit. He's got a great resume. So be it. He hasn't fought Wilder, he hasn't fought Fury yet. But look, he's fighting Usyk twice. He's fought Andy Ruiz. He's been on a great run. He's always fights the best, and you could definitely say he's a throwback fighter. I think he gets a lot of stick. And like I've said, look, I think AJ will beat Usyk in a rematch, and if he beats Usyk, who a lot of people think is a pound for pound best fighter in the world, what does that make AJ? I'm not saying it makes him pound for pound great fighter at all, or top 10, but I'm saying it makes him, well, it could, but it makes him a top heavyweight, a world class heavyweight. And I think we just need to kind of give him some credit, you know. But yeah, that was just my little rant, or little kind of passionate kind of discussion back in AJ and his resume. But I do understand why people kind of may think his resume is a bit just padded because of timing, and he just fighting fighters who probably do well against. But I mean, that speaks volume about AJ. He's a top heavyweight, and he couldn't do much more. He's fighting the top 10 heavyweights at the time. So yeah, but next video will be out on Monday, guys. I'm actually going to do my first podcast with my friend Don this weekend, and that will be like the first one. So we'll probably do that like every once a month or something, and that will be cool. We'll be talking about some interesting topics. We'll be talking about Fury, what he should do next. We'll be talking about AJ a lot as well, because he doesn't like AJ. He quite dislikes AJ, and we'll probably throw in some more topics about in there, like such as Jake Paul's, etc. So yeah, peace out, guys.
Foreign bad bitch, I can't even pronounce her name. Talking numbers on the phone while I'm getting brains. Switch 4 lanes, I'm in my own lane. You can catch me riding in that foreign thing.